Howard, thank you very much for joining us today. I want to get into the background here because effectively what President Trump had wanted was the full sale of that US business of TikTok to Microsoft or another American company. But what we've got here, what is proposed now, is a partnership and a ring fencing of that American data. Do you think it's going to be enough? Because it felt as though President Trump was angling for a large-scale change of the regime that might have meant more business for other American companies.
Right. I don't think here we have too many options going forward because the fact that the deal between Microsoft and TikTok fell apart is just to illustrate how complex the current environment becomes. Because out of all these drama, what you're seeing is everything is done on executive orders. So it's very predictable that Beijing retaliate and saying TikTok is not up for sales, particularly on its software code, the underlying algorithm. So this is why the new proposal by Oracle is really this weird animal of trusted tech partner trying to basically appease on both sides. So it's out of this tension, you have a business getting squeezed by government. And so this kind of strange configuration we've seen for the first time in the tech world begins to emerge. Now, time will tell whether it's effective or not, but at least having an independent auditor looking at whether there's any backdoor and make sure data storage is in the United States, that might serve the purpose already.
Howard, what jumps out to me around this story is just how sophisticated the Chinese negotiators are. They've got the lawyers that have gone right back over precedent and dug up some old cases that they think are an example for using Oracle as this trusted tech partner. But also, they're playing the politics. They've come up with more jobs, 25,000 US jobs from about 1,000 jobs that they have in the United States currently. That plays in an election year. Also, they're looking at the political contributions of Larry Ellison, who was around some fundraising for Trump in the past. What do you make of this? Because it gives you a very different image of just how sophisticated Chinese negotiators are.
Right. I mean, all these, the current event unfold, it just illustrates how important pragmatism it is, right? Let's forget about the ideologue, the sort of political rhetoric. Let's get down to the fundamental, the fact. What is required for us to move forward? I mean, TikTok, in a way, it is the first Chinese company that successfully go global in day one. So it's not too surprising to see how the Chinese is taking a much more pragmatic approach to see what would move the conversation forward and how to strike a deal so that, TikTok as a whole could still continue to thrive in the global scene without losing complete control if they fall under the deal by Microsoft here.
Howard, I feel as though the Chinese can't win, though, on the back of this deal. I mean, effectively, there was this report that circled around last week that the Chinese government would rather this deal fall over than see the sale of that algorithm, the TikTok algorithm, to US investors. Yeah. But if they don't step in and they don't defend Chinese companies, it dashes the global ambitions of many other players as well. So it looks like it's lose-lose for China at this point.
Well, it's lose-lose for everyone, particularly for the business community. If you think for a moment, business only thrive when there's stability and predictability. The saga of TikTok really illustrate when government feel emboldened on both sides to step in and use national security as a reason to step up intervening on business world, then it becomes very, very difficult for business community to plan. So here at IMD, we heard a lot about business executive, they're postponing investment in R&D, in sales and distribution, all the ways to new product development, precisely because they don't know how the event may unfold going forward with the rise in the tension between two major economies.